we learned that the NBA is investigating yet again Grizzlies star Ja Morant and his gun motion, his finger gun motion towards a recent game against the Warriors bench. This was during a game a couple days back. Morant could be seen throughout the game. It wasn't just one time. Throughout the game, making a gun gesture in a celebratory move after making his 5 3-point shots. He was very happy about that. He used his toy gun, his imaginary gun, and he was pointing it either at the nearest defender or his father or the Warriors bench, all of that. So let us discuss the question. Ja Morant's finger gun gesture reportedly being reviewed by the NBA. How do you evaluate the fact that this guy could be in trouble for a finger gun? All right, so I've got Animal House, Airbnb, and Dice. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make some jambalaya is what we're going to make. Now, to tip off, Ja apparently is the kid on the playground who always finds himself in the principal's office. And it's never his fault, right? It's never his fault. Now, it does appear, based on a minutes-long Maller investigation, that the Golden State Warrior bench was trying to get into the head of Ja Morant, that they were, this is the conspiracy, right? Hasn't been double and triple confirmed, but they knew the history of Ja Morant, and so they were making some snide comments to try to get him off of his game about guns. And he decided to fight that with a finger gun. And his nickname, it should be Double O, obtuse oddball, Ja Morant. Now, on its own, this is the great thing about these type of stories, because on its own, playing with finger guns, pew, 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 just like that, harmless, right? Harmless. It's in the same category. Like when I was a kid, around the time I was very good with the finger gun. I was like a Navy sniper. Okay, I was a Navy SEAL sniper with my imaginary finger gun. I dominated the other kids at the playground with my finger gun. In fact, I had the biggest finger gun game on the playground. Okay, I would beat your ass at finger gun. Anyway, but that was around the time you play like tag, hide and seek. I was never really good at that, and you make up all these wild scenarios. But here's the problem with Ja Morant. Think of it like the classic from Hollywood, Animal House. It's like you're on double secret probation. You have to know when to keep your finger gun in the holster. You got to know, right? Ja Morant has earned, through his own actions, a rap sheet filled with trouble involving real guns, flashing a gun on Instagram Live. It was once at the nightclub Ballet in Colorado. And my favorite part of that is he gets in trouble, and then Adam Silver, Mr. Softy, from somewhere far out in the cosmos, the commissioner of the NBA, he's we'll give you basically a pass. He went to therapy. For flashing a gun. And then he did it again. He did it in a car, and then he got, originally it was an 8-game suspension, and then he did it again after his therapy. Apparently it didn't work. 25-game suspension after that. So it's fair to say that he kind of acts like he's as mature and has as much common sense as a teen or a tween, one of those. So now what's going to happen? The problem for Adam Silver is that if you start suspending players for finger guns, there's a lot of finger gun toting. A lot of finger gun toting NBA players. It's a problem. If you think it's a problem, I don't think it's a problem. But when you're Ja Morant, again, you got to keep the finger gun in the holster, keep it in your hand. And so based on the previous 2 strikes, this is not a real gun. But let me tell you something. you could poke someone's eye out. I was told that on the playground. You got to be careful. No finger guns. You could hurt someone with that finger. But I'd say 1 game suspension for just being a knucklehead, for just being a jabroni. 1 game suspension.